Hello, Night Nation. It is Wednesday, March 16th, and welcome to Inside the Lair with Kirby and Blair. It is almost break time. There's a lot of excitement going on here in the castle. Lots of things changing. We're going from winter sports to spring sports. Some activities changing as well. Let's first start with a change that we are making. Inside the Lair with Kirby and Blair can now be seen on YouTube. We have our own YouTube channel. I guess that's what happens when you have 8 great episodes and people clamor for more and more. And there we are on YouTube. It was a nice change for us, and thank you, Kirby, for putting all that together and getting us going on YouTube, kind of where all the beautiful people are, and maybe we'll go viral. Who knows?
Well, it's also nice to be able to send it out a little easier, and people can find it a little easier compared to only being able to find it on Facebook or Twitter or TouchCast. But YouTube, good tool for us. We're going to use it.
Yeah, looking forward to more and more Inside the Lairs on YouTube.
So we're going to start today's show off with a wrap-up of the Knowledge Bowl season. Coach Walling, he is the Knowledge Bowl team leader. He's their coach, and he also teaches physics and chemistry here at the high school. He does a great job with the kids. He also has a junior high Knowledge Bowl team, which includes some of our 5th and 6th graders to get them ready for the bigger competitions. And he also has a high school Knowledge Bowl team. Here's Mr. Walling with the wrap-up of their season. I'm here with Coach Darren Walling, the Knowledge Bowl coach here at KW. And Coach, the season has just wrapped up earlier this week. Can you tell us about how the season went for you?
So we had a pretty exciting season. A lot of meets there. We're ranked really high, ranked first. The sub-region meet, we, in a sense, blew away the competition by about 20 points. We had high expectations going into regions on Monday this week. But then we started in first and slowly fell down and ended up in 4th place.
And top 2 teams make it, or how many teams make it to the
top 2 teams go to the state level?
Okay.
So I've been as close as 3rd place and never made it to state. So I keep hoping, keep telling them, it's a really cool opportunity to go up north and in April for a couple of days.
So Knowledge Bowl, for people who don't know much about it, can you just give us a quick?
Sure. So Knowledge Bowl covers all of your school subjects, everything that you've been learning in your classes: social, English, history, math, science, biology, biotech, chemistry. All of your school subjects are in there, and you start the meet. You have a written round, so as a group you work together. There's 5 of you, or up to 5 of you, and you can work together on a multiple choice test. Then you go into the oral rounds where you have a way to buzz in, and so as a team, when you buzz in, you got 15 seconds to talk to get out the answer, come up with one answer, give it, and so then at the regional level, there are actually 5 rounds of that. So it makes a long day, makes tough competition.
Okay, and how many teams do you usually compete against?
So I think at our level, I want to say there's about 50 teams total.
Okay. So
then we had our team, the black team finished in 4th, and then our silver team finished in 8th at the regions.
Sure.
So, really good showing this year of having 2 teams in the top 12 making it to that regional level.
Okay. And next year, as it gets close to being Knowledge Bowl season next year again, how would somebody sign up for Knowledge Bowl?
So they should look for posters in the hallway. I will have big signs saying, Senior High Knowledge Bowl. The first meet's in December, so I always start a month ahead of time, so about the beginning of November. There's a tryout test. You come in, you actually take one of those written tests just on your own, kind of get a gauge for how you're doing, and then we go from there. And then we have practices Wednesday mornings for the senior high level, and then our meets are usually Wednesdays throughout the season, once a month.
Okay. Well, thanks for stopping by or letting us stop by. And
well, thank you for promoting Knowledge Bowl. I'm glad, looking for students next year, find those Knowledge Bowl kids out there.
All right. Well, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks to Coach Walling for that interview. And it's always fun to highlight some of the academic teams, too, around here.
Yeah, I think it's important. We talked off the air about we have such a great opportunity for students here. It doesn't matter what your interests are. There's something for everybody here at KW, and that's what really makes us special.
Blair and I wanted to see how hard it was to join the Knowledge Bowl team. In order to join the team, you have to take a test and do so well on the test in order to be a part of the team.
Right.
We had Coach Walling be our judge for a little competition between Blair and I.
I almost got on Jeopardy once, so this is going to be an easy win for me. Enjoy it. Let's see what happens. We are here in Mr. Walling's room, and we wanted to kind of give you a sample of what Knowledge Bowl questions are all about. And as I said a little bit before, I was almost on Jeopardy. I almost got to shake the hand of one Alex Trebek, so I thought, hey, I'm going to challenge Kirby to a little bit of a Knowledge Bowl question. 3 questions each. Whoever wins is the champion. And since I'm so confident, I'm going to go first. Mr. Walling is going to ask us some questions. And so I will start, and then we'll alternate. So go ahead, Mr. Walling.
Okay, Mr. Reynolds, name the concretionary opaline siliceous deposits that form around natural hot springs and geysers.
Mildew.
Not correct, it's geyserite.
Almost had it. Almost had it. Okay, Kirby, you're
Okay,
up.
I'm up. 0-0.
Mr. V, a pressed package of hay is called a...
Everybody knows this. A bale.
Excellent, good job, correct.
Wow. Random draw. You got a pretty good question there. All right. All right, I'm down, but I'm not out. All right, go ahead.
Mr. Reynolds, these numbers form the 7th row of what triangle named for a French mathematician? 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, 1.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Not correct. That would be Pascal's triangle. All right, Mr. V.
Yes.
A play called by a quarterback after his team has lined up that replaces the play specified in the huddle is...
An audible.
Correct.
All right. I'm not going to get shut out.
It's 2-0. It's 2-0.
I'm not going to get shut out.
We'll
Bonus
start.
point. Bonus point? All right.
Mr. Reynolds, Grant's victory in the siege of what fortified town gave the Union Army control of the Mississippi River and effectively split the Confederacy?
Let me think here. I just taught Civil War in my 5th grade. Spokane.
Not correct. It's Vicksburg.
That was my guess.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Mr. V,
Let's go 3 for 3.
spell cat.
C-A-T, cat.
Correct.
Are you kidding me? So, hey, Mr. Walling,
So 3-0.
would I make the team?
You'd make the team, sir.
Would he?
And I think we need some remediation. There's a packet of questions over there you could take with you, sir, and learn for next year.
Thank you. Well, tough luck, Blair. Came out victorious once again.
I think it was rigged. I don't know, but I think those questions might have been slanted towards you a little bit.
I had to work on those. I really had to work
Really?
for
You
those.
studied?
I had to work for
All
those. Okay, I might have had a little inside
I
information.
bet you did.
But let's move on to the softball preview. It's almost April, and you know what that means. Green grass, sand in the face, sliding players, diving.
Sunflower seeds.
Right.
Yeah.
Chewing seeds, spitting seeds. It's softball preview time. I know the Knights had a little bit of a down year last year. They graduated a bunch of seniors 2 years ago, and so they're kind of in rebuilding mode last year. And they have put together a solid squad this season, and they're starting to get more girls to participate in softball. Let's see what Coach Kincaid has to say about the preview for the softball team. I'm here with Coach Kincaid for the KW softball team. Coach, you've had a couple practices under your belt. You've got some girls that I see that maybe new or coming out again for softball. The numbers are on the rise. Tell us about what you're looking forward to this year.
Well, you're correct. It's our 3rd day of practice. It's Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
And we do have some good news. After not having a junior high program for 2 years, we have about 18 7th and 8th graders out, which is great news. And they're very enthusiastic and eager to learn. And it's been a great 3 days of practice. Carrie Groth is going to be their coach.
Okay.
So she joined the staff last week, so we're excited about that. And we have approximately 14 9 through 12, 12th graders that played last year.
Yep.
And we have, I think, 3 seniors that are veterans, several juniors, oddly enough, no 10th graders, and we have a couple of 9th graders. So we're kind of young, but we've got some veterans coming back, and we're really excited to get going. Our first game is April the 8th,
Sure.
home against Lake City. We have a scrimmage in Rochester on April 1st, if that's the Saturday, April 1st or April 2nd maybe, at 7 o'clock in the Dome at the RCTC. If anyone wants to come down and watch that, that's open to the public. And we're excited. We're going to be young, we're going to be thin, a little thin, but we're going to play hard and enjoy our time together.
You know, the HVL is packed with great softball teams, some good traditions, and I'm looking forward to those younger kids that you said to help kind of pave the way here to getting KW softball, the tradition going, and it's exciting to me to see all those young players in there.
Yep, we're very excited, and HVL is a strong tradition, some excellent teams, and we want to be competitive and play hard, and we lost some seniors last year that we're going to miss. We're in a new section this year, we're in Section 2A, so with the kind of competition we have in the HVL, we're going to be ready to play in our subsection section tournament, and it's a brand new system for us, so to speak. So we're going to see how it shakes out in the postseason, but we're going to play hard.
The games are played in Wanamingo by the school there. Coach, I can't wait for green grass. I can't wait for hot dogs being grilled, popcorn in the air.
Murray Burgers.
Best of luck to you. And Maury Burgers, yes.
There you go.
Here's Coach Kincaid. Get out there and support his squad. Thank you.
All right, thanks to Coach. Exciting things going on there in the softball diamond, and I wish those girls the very best of luck as their season just starts to get going, and yeah, it's going to be fun to see how they develop as a team throughout the spring.
Moving on to the band and choir. For the first time in 17 years, Sidney Warner has been named All-State Band for Minnesota.
Awesome.
17 years, it's the first one. She's the first one, and she plays the bari saxophone, as you can see. And I tell you what, it's much deserved, as she is always in there practicing, putting in her work, putting in the time, and she's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal honor, and 17 years. So I mean, and there have been, you can attest this. There have been some great musicians in that time, but getting to an all-state status is something extra special. So congratulations to her, and you hit the nail right on the head, Curb. It's like an athlete practicing their craft, and then getting to the point where they have to audition for this and be selected. That's like their Super Bowl, their championship game, and she came through with flying colors, and congratulations to her getting this really high honor.
She's got an amazing solo in one of the pieces that they will be performing at the concert in May, and I hope you can get out to that concert, for the high school music concert, the band and choir, and listening to that bari sax, and that she stands up and she gives her a solo, and it's amazing. She nails every note.
That's awesome. Well, we want to wish the band and the choir safe travels as they head down to New Orleans. Kirby will be down there as well, and hope you guys have a great time. Enjoy the experience. Enjoy performing down there. And we're going to take a little bit of a hiatus here. We're going to not have a show next week just because of break and you being down in Nolens and I being here. So, Kirby, I want to wish everybody a happy Easter and a happy break, and we'll be back in 2 weeks with another episode, right?
We will be back. In the next episode, we will have the golf team preview and the baseball, the hardball team preview as well. Lots to talk about.
Absolutely.
And in a few weeks, the games start rolling and the track meets start happening and the golfers start saying 4.
Absolutely.
So, for Kirby,
I'm Blair. He's Kirby. I'm smarter than him. Those questions were terrible.
it's Inside the Lair with Kirby and
Blair.
see ya.